go, 'cause your love is what I want, babe. You know that I wanna stay this way forever.
Dana, you ready? Are you out of she's in the car driving? Look like you getting pulled over by the police. Hope
No, I'm out of work.
Your insurance up to date?
I'm out of work. I'm heading home.
All right.
Yes, my insurance is up to date. Everything is up to date.
What do you got for me?
So I agree with you that modern women don't really know men.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't until I started watching you that I really, I knew the average income for men, so that was something I was willing to compromise when I was out here looking for men, because I understood that, the average income is like $40,000.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I'm in nursing, so I make a lot of money, so that for me wasn't a big deal. But I still feel like even compromising income, I still don't understand modern men.
Do you have any children?
And I know you always say that.
Do you have any children?
I do. I do.
And are you involved with anybody now?
No, I'm not involved with anybody right now.
How many kids do you have?
I have one kid.
Boy or a girl?
A boy.
I always got to ask the question. I'm always fascinated how those sisters end up. It's less of a big deal, it seems, for women to have kids and to get married. And if you don't understand us by what you just said, you don't understand modern men, how you gonna raise one?
And that's what my biggest fear is right now.
How old is he? Your son?
He's 15. Yes.
Where's his dad?
His dad is around, but just not consistently.
Unfortunately, it's already done. You can only guide it. You can only guide at this point.
Right.
And you're how old?
I am 33.
Do you plan on having any more children? Or do you want to have any more children?
I would like to have, yes, I do want to have more kids.
Have you ever had any therapy?
Yes, I'm in therapy.
Okay. Well, unfortunately,
I know one of my...
Go ahead.
I was going to say one of the biggest problems for myself as far as understanding modern men, I haven't been putting myself out there.
What do you mean?
And that's something that I've been,
you haven't been dating?
really put myself, not really dating, not even going out on the scene or
When's
just
the last time
you
had a relationship? When was the last time you had a relationship?
I haven't been in a relationship 4 years.
4 years?
Yes.
You're 33.
Yes.
Everybody has needs.
Yes.
Well.
So I haven't been sexually active for a year.
That still ain't 4.
No.
So one question I'm gonna start asking women is, how long was your last relationship? And I'm start asking women, when's the last time y'all had sex? Y'all might as well get ready for that question. Because it seems to be that women are just having sex with no relationships. What purpose is a man in your life then, man? What would it be in the future? Because if you make your own money,
and
you're raised a man into almost manhood. You've been without a man for 4 years. You've been without sex for a year. What do you need us for?
I want someone to travel with. I want a companion. I want to have someone to build experiences with. And I want to have more kids.
I want to have a companion. I want to have somebody to travel with. I want to have somebody to have experiences with. I want to have more kids. You know what you didn't say in all that?
What?
What you were going to give to him. It's always what you want. And that's not how this works.
Oh.
Not how it works. Your job on this planet, are you a Christian or no?
No.
All right. Well, still
Spiritual. I was raised Christian, but I don't practice.
the female's purpose on the planet is the male. We are your reason for being. We carry the spark, the seed of life. You gestate and bring the next generation in. And it's like you guys want relationships, and it's always, I want a Ken doll. Somebody I can just sit in. There's a movie, Weekend at Bernie's. It's an old movie, but I don't know if you saw it. Weekend at Bernie's was
Yes, I've seen it.
Yeah, the dead guy.
Yep, and they're bringing them around everywhere.
Yeah,
and just
sounds like what you need for a husband. And that's how you describe him. That's how you describe a man. Weekend at Bernie's. I just need a motherfucker to just sit in the seat.
So I guess that's the problem I'm having is that's one thing I've been doing since watching you is really sitting down and articulating like what do I want from a man and what can I bring to a man.
Do men bring pleasure or pain?
Pleasure.
Really? That doesn't line up with how your life has been. If men bring pleasure, why would you forego pleasure for 4 years? I don't mean sexual pleasure. I don't just mean sexual. I mean men in their being. I mean just as far as their being.
Mm-hmm. I don't see them as bringing pain. I just think for the last few years, I really was trying to figure out like what do I want from a relationship? Like what do I want? And then I went back to school.
Exactly. Back to school. Even if you figure out what you want, what do men want? See, that's the problem. It's not what you ladies want. You write War and Peace when we ask you what you want. When asking what do you bring to the table or what men are going to get, don't even put it on the back of a stamp. It's what we want.
Okay.
You've actually basically made men to where they are Weekend at Bernie's. Bernie, they just stick that nigga and stick him in the seat. Any guy will do. Sit him next to you. Seat for two, yes. Table for two, yes. We're going to Aruba, yeah. Just your husband's kind of smelling. Oh, he's dead. Don't worry. Take the picture.
Right, and I don't want to paint a picture like anybody will do. It's just, I don't know, it's hard.
Well, this is something you have to work out with your therapist too, because I don't know how men men have, at this point, here's one problem with so many modern women. You make your own money and you're sexually liberated and you're having kids without wedlock. Men have no purpose anymore. What do you need a man for? Because honestly, and this is going to hurt, you might want to hold on to the steering wheel. Don't drive off left or right. I'm dead ass serious. What I'm about to say is going to sting.
Okay.
Because effectively, you got a son husband. You got a man. Your son is your husband. Open this jar. Get this off that top shelf. Go cut the yard. Tell me I'm lying.
No.
And that's robbing him of being a boy. He doesn't have a chance to be a boy. He got to be your man. He got to console you. Mama, I want to go out, but mama's late. Mama ain't got nobody around. I can't go out with the boys. My mama ain't got nobody here.
But that's why I got into therapy early, because I didn't want to make him like my emotional boy. Like I didn't want to do that with him.
Good. And he needs some therapy. But he needs some therapy too. He needs therapy too.
Yeah, he's in therapy too. We're both in therapy separately.
And where's his dad? His dad is around. You said his dad is around?
Yes, his dad is around.
Is he in the same city?
Yes.
Do they have any kind of interaction?
They do, but not as much as my son would like.
Why not? Do you have what role do you play in their lack of interaction?
I don't play any. I reach out to my son's dad, and I try to let him know like he wants to see you more. He wants you to come around.
Does he have any other
I
children?
always keep communication open.
Does he have any other
No,
children?
no other kids.
Okay.
No.
Is he stable?
No, he's not stable.
There you go. That makes sense.
Yep.
Unstable men typically don't want to be around their boys. Did you guys get pregnant on purpose, or was it an accident? Well, not an accident, unplanned. How about that?
It was unplanned.
All right, I'm not going to ask the next question. But typically, unplanned pregnancies, men typically, I got to be honest, most men don't want children unplanned because they know they're ultimately not emotionally ready for it.
Right.
That's going to have to be resolved between your son, you. It's a boy's nature to judge their fathers harshly and give the cut breaks to their mother. And I'm not saying you're guilty in any of this. I'm just saying that if you're going to have something going for your life, they're going to need to make their own relationship, but you need to stay out of it. You don't.
I completely understand it.
And if he has his father's number,
yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying that they're going to need to make their own relationship on their own terms. And at 33, you still got a life left. But
yeah,
understanding what a man's role is in your world is going to determine whether or not you actually are fulfilled in this life. Because when your boy goes away at 18, job, college, or the military, there's not enough work or enough dogs or enough anything that's going to fill that hole that being a mother for the last 18 years, you got pregnant at what? 18, 17? 19. You've been a mother most of your life.
I know.
There's nothing that's going to fill that hole. There's nothing that's going to fill but there's nothing that's going to be able to fill that hole left by you effectively grew up with your son. And he's effectively been, whether you intended it or not, a son, boyfriend, son, husband. That doesn't mean anything sexual. Yep. But he has been the man. He's been the man around it. Do you call him the man of the house?
No.
Does he pay any bills?
No, but he saves money. He puts money into his savings account.
Right. But I said, but does he pay any bills there?
No.
Does he get an allowance?
He gets child support every week. He gets $71 in a check, and I sign the check over to him.
Wait a minute. His father pays $71 a month in child a month or
a week.
$71 a week in child support.
Yep.
And that comes from the state?
Yes.
And you give that to your son?
To put into his bank account.
I need you to ask you a question. I want you to go back to being 14 years old. Well, I'm going to ask you a question. How much is $71 in 2021? It's not a lot of money. Right? $71. That's roughly $280 a month. That ain't even $300 a month. That ain't even minimum wage child support. My uncle was paying $300 in child support in 1969. I want you to put were you raised with your dad?
Partially
Mm-hmm.
in the beginning of my life.
I want you to ask yourself a question. How would you feel if every week your mother gave you a check that had the state of wherever, the state of the United States? What state are you in?
Massachusetts.
State of Massachusetts. If every week your mother gave you a check that was for basically for pennies, $71 from the state of Massachusetts, and gave it to you, and that represented your father, how long would it take for you to add up 2 + 2 is 4 and realize that this ain't even $300 a month? And this is all I get from my dad.
I didn't think about it like that.
Because you don't understand men.
Yeah. I just wanted him to put the money in his account.
I get it.
I just wanted him to get.
I get it. But the boy already doesn't have a relationship with his father, and basically you're just not a lot of money, man.
No, I know.
So what is his feeling about that? I'm only worth $71, and he'll take the money, but what does it say? I mean, I would find a different way to do that.
Okay.
Because you can't ask him what he feels about it. He's not going to tell you the truth.
Of course.
But I would tell you that it wouldn't make me feel too good to know that I'm worth less than $300 to my biological father. Okay. I'd almost rather be getting nothing.
Okay.
Or you save it up. I mean, I don't know, just a different method of getting there, but it's just not a lot of money. I'm not talking about the frequency. And it's not even about it's just the small amount and the frequency. It just reinforces every week. He ain't here, but here you go. You know, it's like, rations. You ain't hungry, but you're not satisfied. And and you didn't look at it that way. So I would think of a different way to facilitate that.
And I thank you for saying that, because I never thought about it. I was just like, I want to make sure he has, the money.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I didn't say any ill intent. And this is what I mean by when women start to kind of understand who we are as men. We have big egos, and they're pretty damn fragile. Mm-hmm. Most men's egos are pretty fragile, especially boys who may be suffering from acceptance or approval issues. It almost sounds as though I wouldn't be surprised if he's not feeling abandoned or rejected by his father. And then to get a $71 check. I mean, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna leave. Imagine somebody that you really loved, seriously loved, had deep love for, and after every time you had sex with them, left $5 on the counter. Mm-hmm. How quick before you start feeling like a hoe?
Right.
Just got to be more aware of how he's thinking about this stuff. So, I'm not saying you did anything wrong. I'm just saying, think of a different way. Just think of a different way. Deposited form. Just deposited form. Yeah. Deposited form. Don't hand him that check and make him have to do that. Just deposited form.
Okay.
Just say the money's coming a different way. It's just going to be in the account. Don't make him deposit that because he has to be involved in y'all grown folks' business. And that's not for him as a 15-year-old boy. He may look like a man to you, but he's a boy.
Right.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
In this thought-provoking conversation between Kevin Samuels and a 33-year-old single mother, important insights were shared regarding the challenges faced by modern women and the impact it has on their relationships with men. and their children. Kevin emphasized the need for women to understand men's perspectives and desires while also examining their own expectations and contributions in relationships. The caller's realization that her son had unknowingly assumed a son-husband role due to his father's absence highlighted the importance of addressing these dynamics and allowing children to have their own experiences. Moreover, Kevin's advice to reconsider the way child support is handled, considering its potential impact on a young boy's self-esteem, shed light on the significance of mindful parenting. This eye-opening call serves as a reminder of the complexities inherent in relationships and the importance of fostering healthy dynamics for the well-being of all involved. Thanks for watching, and be sure to let me know your thoughts on the call in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Relationship Report for more thought-provoking content. See you in the next one.